5 starts now.
And thanks for joining us here at 5. I'm Frank Sulkowski.
And I'm Riley Miller. Right now at 5, we're tracking the tropics and cooler temperatures.
Here for a breakdown on it all is our chief meteorologist, Jeremy Nelson with that certified most accurate forecast. Jeremy, hopefully the forecast.
Yeah, that's all right.
And this is a good time to remind you to download the WJCL Hurricane Essentials Guide. You can learn tips like how to be prepared for any storm that may come our way. This includes knowing what to put inside your emergency preparedness kit. You can get that guide for free on our website, WJCL.com.
Right now, Savannah police still looking for 24-year-old Melanie Steele. Steele was last seen Friday near Abercorn Street on Savannah's south side. If you know where she is, call 911 or Savannah Police. That number right there on your screen.
Now to new video of a rescue at sea. The U.S. Coast Guard says it transported a man by helicopter yesterday from a ship 24 miles off the coast of Tybee Island. The call came in around 4 p.m. The man was taken to the hospital. No word tonight on his condition.
A South Carolina man has died after falling into the ocean. It happened Saturday during a jet ski tour off the coast of Tybee. Georgia Department of Natural Resources has identified the man as 33-year-old Avery Bird. The cause of the incident is still under investigation.
The Effingham County Fire Department and the Guyton County Department will now operate as one. The county board approved the merger last night. They will operate as Effingham County Fire Rescue. County officials say it will increase public safety and lower costs. They also want to build a new fire station that will service all of Guyton and surrounding areas. Well, new tonight, Savannah-Chatham County School Board votes no to make up school days after missing class time from Hurricane Dorian's evacuation.
WJCL's Jackson Kurtz is live from the Savannah-Chatham County School Board with more. Jackson, what does this mean for students and teachers?
Jackson, thank you. As a burning trash fire in Jasper County shrinks in size, the cost it's putting out keeps adding up.
And this big question remains, who's going to pay for it? WJCL's Alex Littlehales has been following the story since the beginning. Alex, can you tell us the latest on when they expect this problem to be resolved?
Alex, thank you. There's no question Bullock County is a big farming community, so agricultural education is crucial. And
that education is now taking a big step forward thanks to a new agricultural building at Portal Middle High School. Here's Dave Williams with that story. And on WJCL 22 News at 5, people in the Low Country say they know they dodged a bullet when it comes to Hurricane Dorian.
That's why several Low Country churches are coming together to gather supplies for those recovering from the storm in the Bahamas.
I'm Sally Kidd in Washington. A new proposal for background checks legislation is floating on Capitol Hill, but is it something the president can support?
And we are tracking cooler and less humid weather. I'll show you how far temperatures dip in your certified most accurate forecast.
And right now on WJCL.com, new footage has leaked online showing what the U.S. Navy is calling unexplained aerial phenomena. With the raid on Area 51 only 2 days away, it seems like the aliens have come back, have called back up.
And as we go to break, here's a look from our Skyview 22 camera at the Homewood Suites on the river. We'll be right back.
22 News.
And welcome back to WJCL 22 News at 5. It's National Hispanic Heritage Month.
And local universities are celebrating. Our Sierra Lucas reports.
Sierra, thank you. Well, the gun debate continues on Capitol Hill, and today word that the outline of new background check legislation is making the rounds.
Sally Kidd is in Washington. And Sally, is this a possible breakthrough in those ongoing talks?
Here at home, well, we're spared by Hurricane Dorian's wrath, but it's a different story for those in the Bahamas.
Now the Low Country faith community is coming together to help those who weren't as fortunate.
Do unto others as you would have them to do unto you.
The Low Country faith community is living by the golden rule, coming together to help those who experienced the worst of Hurricane Dorian.
We saw firsthand the possibilities of what could happen, and seeing that we were spared that magnitude of devastation, it's only fair that we would, think about the blessings that we have received.
It could have been Bluffton, Hilton Head, could have been Florida. So, again, it's their day. tomorrow it could be hours.
Bible Missionary Baptist, First Zion Missionary Baptist, and Campbell Chapel AME churches are collecting donations to send to the Bahamas. Things like bandages, soap, toothbrushes, non-perishable food, diapers, feminine products, and more.
You never know how blessed you are until you lose everything.
The churches are partnering with missionary flights to get the items to those who need them most, specifically targeting remote areas with no access to evacuations or other relief. Organizers encourage those who are able to give what they can, as strangers have come to our aid when we've needed them in the past.
The most important thing is people and the love we have for one another, because when all these other things are gone, we still have each other.
For a list of drop-off locations, just visit our website, WJCL.com. The last day to donate is this Friday, September 20th.
New tonight, Imelda has weakened to a tropical depression after making landfall yesterday in Texas, but officials in the state want people to stay prepared for plenty of rain and possible flooding. Eastern Texas and even areas in Louisiana are expected to feel the force of this storm for at least the next couple of days.
Right now what we're expecting is street level flooding. So we encourage people that if they don't need to be out on the streets to please stay home.
In an effort to keep people safe, there's a flash flood warning in effect for over 7 million people in Imelda's path.
Right, and we just touched on Dorian and Imelda, and hurricane season still not over yet, and I know you're still keeping a close eye on the tropics for us.
Absolutely. We have Hurricane Umberto that's bringing hurricane conditions to Bermuda right now. The eye of that will pass to the north of the island.
Still to come on WJCL 22 News, a veterinary social worker. We'll tell you about the new position popping up across the country, helping bridge the gap between home and the vet's office.
And thanks for joining us at 5:30. I'm Frank Sulkowski.
And I'm Riley Miller. Here's what we're working on right now on WJCL 22 News. Savannah police are still looking for 24-year-old Melanie Steele. She was last seen Friday near Abercorn Street on Savannah's south side. If you know where she is, call 911 or Savannah Police at the number on your screen.
Savannah police looking for 24-year-old Terrell Walker. Officers say Walker is a suspect in a jewelry store theft that happened last month. If you know where he is, call police or Crime Stoppers.
Now to new video of a rescue at sea. The U.S. Coast Guard says it transported a man by helicopter yesterday from a ship 24 miles off the coast of Tybee Island. The call came in around 4 p.m. The man was taken to the hospital. No word tonight on his condition.
Well, Georgia and South Carolina are ranking among the top 10 states for women murdered by men.
That's according to a national study by the Violence Policy Center. The murder rates are based on total population per state. South Carolina is tied with Tennessee at 5, while Georgia is number 10. The data comes out of 2 weeks ahead of Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And WJCL's Kyle Jones joins us now with a look at these numbers. Kyle. Well, as summer comes to a close, Low Country leaders want to make sure our waterways are clean, and this weekend, you can help. South Carolina's 31st annual Beach and River Sweep is set for Saturday. This is the 12th year Bluffton is participating. The community is invited to come out to Oyster Factory Park and help collect trash and litter along the May River. It's happening from 9 to 11:30 a.m. Gloves, bags, sunscreen, water, coffee, and lunch will be provided, so all you have to bring is yourself. Organizers say this is a great volunteer opportunity for the whole family.
It's so wonderful that we get community involvement to give back to our river that gives us so much enjoyment every year. We have our spring cleanup and then our fall cleanup, kind of a bookend to the boating season. We also want to keep it clean for all of the natural resources that live out there, the dolphins, the fish, the birds, the seashore birds we have. And let's face it, it's oyster season, and we want to make sure that we have good, clean oysters that we can enjoy soon, as well as those shrimp as well that are coming in off the boats.
Thousands of volunteers across the state participate in this Beach and River Sweep every year, making it South Carolina's largest single-day cleanup event.
Well, 3 years after closing to the public, the Washington Monument is finally ready to reopen following a $15 million refurbishment effort.
Matt Pritchard was there today for a preview of the changes and has a look inside. Well, coming up next on WJCL 22 News, we'll share the story of a mother who is turning her tragedy into triumph.
Going the extra mile to make a change for others, one step at a time.
And right now on WJCL.com, check out this story. A woman says she was terrified to fly for 10 years. To conquer her fears, she became a pilot.
Sure, why not? And well, as we head to break, here's a look over Forsyth Park in downtown Savannah. This view, courtesy of our Sky 22 drone. We'll be right back. And thanks for joining us at 5:30. I'm Frank Sulkowski.
And I'm Riley Miller. First up at 5:30, a look at the weather. Another hot day outside, but cooler temperatures are on the way.
And Tropical Storm Imelda is along the Texas coast. Here to break things down for us is Chief Meteorologist Jeremy Nelson with your certified most accurate forecast.
All right, we've mentioned this a lot of times.
Jeremy, thank you. This is a good time to download the WJCL Hurricane Essentials Guide. You can learn tips like how to be prepared for any storm that may come our way. This includes knowing what to put inside your emergency preparedness kit. You can get that guide for free on our website, WJCL.com. A deadly fire in Chatham County now under investigation. Georgia's Insurance and Safety Fire Commission says it happened around 1 a.m. Sunday on Yemassee Road in Savannah. 45-year-old Stephen Beasley was found dead inside. His body has been sent to the GBI Crime Lab in Pooler for an autopsy.
Well, this week, a new app launched right here in Savannah. They're trying to be the Uber of keeping your lawn clean.
WJCL's Alex Littlehales joins us with more on the new technology. And Alex, you can download that app right now. Alex, thank you. The company takes 5% off every transaction, but is free for both customers and the local businesses.
Well, tensions remain between the U.S. and Iran following accusations Iran was responsible for the attack on oil facilities in Saudi Arabia. The Trump administration continues to point the finger at Iran, but the president says he wants to avoid war following one of the most brazen and sophisticated attacks on oil facilities in Saudi Arabia, leaving one of the world's largest refineries in flames.
I think I'll have a stronger message, or maybe no message at all, when we get the final results of what we're looking at. But right now, it's too soon to say.
Officials say a drone and a mostly intact cruise missile meant to hit the oil facility have been found. Yemen's Iran-backed Houthi rebels have taken credit for the attack. Saudi Arabia not yet pointing the finger at anyone.
Well, according to some economic experts, consumers can expect to see a major increase at the pump by tomorrow morning.
And they're pointing the finger at a drone attack on Saudi Arabia oil fields. WJCL's Chris Tatum has more.
Chris, thank you. There are no recordings of so much oil being sidelined so fast ever before. Nearly 6 million barrels of oil a day off the market. Many say this is why there is such a dramatic disruption in the global economy. Some sad news to report tonight. Legendary journalist Cokie Roberts passed away today after a battle with breast cancer.
ABC's Karen Travers reports. Well, there's still much more news ahead on WJCL 22 News at 5:30.
We'll have a look at the latest deaths linked to vaping. And right now on WJCL.com, check out this story. More than 1 million taxpayers in South Carolina will get a $50 rebate later this month. If you're looking for work, we're here to help.
From Southeast Georgia to the Low Country, here's Chris Tatum with a look at who's hiring.
And we have a Who's Hiring bonus for you. Radial's call center in Brunswick has new customer service jobs. It's looking to hire more than 700 seasonal workers to provide customer service for businesses in various industries. It also says there will be new work from home opportunities. To apply, visit our website, WJCL.com.
Now to the latest on the strike against General Motors by the United Auto Workers Union. About 50,000 full and part-time workers walking out of factories in multiple states. This is the biggest strike by any union against any business since 2007, which was also against GM. The automaker says most of their hourly workers make about $90,000 per year plus benefits, but the union says it wants more than higher wages and a larger profit-sharing plan. It says it wants some of the workers who've been kept at temporary status to be granted permanent status. Vice President Mike Pence addressed the strike earlier today.
And I know we're all watching as the news between the UAW and General Motors, the strike that began yesterday. But I have a respectful message for all the United Auto Workers who are currently on strike. If you really want to support our nation's auto workers, The UAW and GM ought to tell Congress to pass the USMCA and make sure there's more auto workers' jobs for decades to come.
The vice president of the United Auto Workers told union members their health insurance plans will resume throughout the month, with General Motors paying. Well, still to come on WJCL 22 News at 5:30, a new app launching this week in Savannah.
The company trying to be the Uber of keeping your lawn clean. We'll be right back. What was supposed to be a relaxing, quiet evening for a Hilton Head couple this summer turned into quite the opposite. Linda and Wayne Gasper boarded the Salty Dog Sunset Cruise June 15th for a special date night. They sat at this table, ready to embark. Suddenly, Wayne started to shake. He had difficulty breathing and a rapid pulse.
They do say when something happens that's tragic, things do go in slow motion, and that's what I experienced.
Without hesitation, Captain Philip Smith called 911. When EMS arrived, they realized Wayne had gone into cardiac arrest. As 40 Sunset Cruise passengers and a full dinner deck looked on, the team didn't miss a beat and began CPR.
You don't really think about it. You do your job. You have a duty to act, and you do it, and you really don't think too much about it.
Carrying Wayne down this narrow staircase and up the dock, EMS got him to the hospital, where Dr. John Kellerman later performed a quadruple bypass. Linda sat in the waiting room as her husband of 53 years underwent an hours-long surgery. She looked up to find that Captain Smith had come to wait with her until they could finally see Wayne.
One of the best stories of the evening was they asked, and I'm going to bust Wayne a little bit here, they asked him if he saw any light when he was away from here, and he said, no, but I saw Dolly Parton. And that's why Wayne's here today, because he's got a sense of humor. He's just a great guy.
Friday, Hilton Head Regional Healthcare arranged a surprise reunion for Wayne, Linda, the EMS crew, Captain Smith, and Dr. Kellerman.
That was fabulous. That's what makes it all worth it, to see that you do something to help someone and they can just return to what they were doing before as if nothing happened.
Today, Wayne is feeling strong and healthy. He and his wife say they are both beyond thankful and very blessed.
What a great town this is to live in. What a great area it is to live in. What a great hospital facility we have, medical staff that we have. The doctors that treated me and the nurses were incredible, absolutely incredible.
It just was so much love was given when we absolutely needed it.